Jumbo, my friend.
What do you have for sale?
Whatever you need. Mountain climbing equipment, traditional medicine, ceramic bowls, and original Tanzanian wooden giraffes.
Wooden giraffes? Wooden giraffes?
They are produced by kindly old Maasai grandmothers. It takes them weeks to produce just one.
No, they're not. They're carved by Chinese prisoners.
You offend me. You are distorting the image of our cultural and globalized fair trade.
I'm not distorting anything. I carved them myself. Hundreds! With these hands.
Fine. Then I assume you do not wish to purchase one.
Damn right.
But maybe you would like to carve me some for stock.
No.
As you wish.
We could use some mountain climbing equipment.
I have coats and equipment for climbing Kilimanjaro in my warehouse.
Will you sell me some?
Only once the tournament is over. I'm not leaving this spot. But I'm happy to sell you a couple of wooden giraffes.
Then I'll come back later.
If you say so.
I'd like to buy a bowl.
That will be 20 shillings.
What? 20 shillings for a bowl? It's worth 5 at the most.
Listen, we aren't in the Cairo Bazaar. And I have the local monopoly on ceramic bowls. So, 20 shillings.
I can't afford that.
If you say so.
Cheerio.
What this village really needs is a shopping mall. Have you found out where to get a decent cup of coffee here?
Those are your problems.
Jack, would you believe it? I've just had 2 marriage proposals.
Yeah, I guess so. Everything all right?
Apart from the wreck of my car, yes.
The village chief was eyeing it with suspicion. Perhaps he thinks it's a monster. Aren't boring cars the only things you can build? How about airships like Mbati?
Actually, the technology isn't all that complicated. But I must admit, they did a pretty impressive job on the engines. They involve a lot of expensive mechanics. This makes me curious.
There's a wrecked airship in the savannah, probably unguarded.
Wow! An Umbati airship close up. I wonder how they solved the weight problems.
We could drive there.
Great idea! I'm ready whenever you are! What is it, Jack?
I need to borrow your car. I'd like to have another drive round.
I have a bad feeling about this. But if you insist...
I'll be careful, promise.
Good luck.
Let's move along.
Well, those rotors are truly admirable. Ah, yes, red! It's the perfect color to make the wings more aerodynamic.
So, did you learn anything useful?
Yeah, the technology is primitive, but inspiring. Unfortunately, I cannot grasp it completely until I can study a functioning sample.
The flap thing moves when I stand on this mechanism. Ooh, interesting. Now, let's find out what's inside. Ah, a bunch of letters. Looks like Terry once worked for Dr. T together with Professor Umbati. Ah, here it mentions experimenting with the intelligence of apes. Oh, wow. Besides the letters, the suitcase contains bundles of cash. Thanks, Professor. This'll come in handy. Some letters and personal notes belonging to Terry. Let's see. Ah, letters from a certain Mr. Belbin. Let's see. He writes about research in Dr. T's lab. Looks like they specifically bred apes with high intelligence and designed goggles for them. There were 2 test lines, gorillas and chimpanzees, and every single one of them bit Terry more than once. Yikes. Once Dr. T's research was shut down, all specimens were returned to the wild in Africa. Nothing special happened after that. Seems Terry lost his job, committed a few serious crimes for which he was going to be hanged. Umbati bought his freedom and hired him. The usual drama. Some letters and Strictly speaking, it's none of my business, but... Some letters... Ah, he was subjected to several psychological tests. Some That should be enough for now. Let's move along. The fact that this is probably the only toilet in the village worries me, and no sign of a sewer system.
Jumbo, stranger.
Actually, all we want to do is climb that mountain.
Have fun with your climb then.
Can we simply go?
Sure. I take it that you've got appropriate snow gear. But of course, you must wait until we resolve our feud at the meeting grounds.
Don't worry, we can handle it.
Ah, there it is again. The standard quote on the gravestones of those who climbed Kilimanjaro without the right gear.
Have you ever seen an amulet like this?
No. We are selling all kinds of rubbish. I mean, authentic tribe jewelry. But I have never seen anything like that. You could ask the people of the Kawasala tribe up on Kilimanjaro. The symbols look very, very similar to me. But for one thing, they tend to be pretty hostile towards strangers. Also, they haven't been seen in 200 years.
What's going on down there?
Unfortunately, We are greatly in debt to the neighboring tribe because our bank left us hanging. The creditor must forego his claim if his tribe is defeated in a duel.
I'd like to help solve the conflict in a diplomatic way.
Well, there is a way for you to ensure justice for our village.
With words?
No, with your hands, clenched into two determined fists. If you win, you will save our village. Plus, you win an original, authentic Goa Manyatan warrior mask, trademark.
Count me in.
But you're not wearing any war paint. Sorry, but you cannot compete without this. The creditor warriors would laugh their heads off.
Halt! Who goes there? Ah, Jack. Get out of here, or I'll put a bullet in you. I don't care what the warriors think.
You'll regret it.
Oh, and who's going to make that happen?
Somebody.
Beat it before you regret it.
Hey! The water bucket is only for the leader of the tournament.
Sorry, my mistake. The well stands in the middle of the village and is the source of life. There's water in it, despite the heat.
Mr. Keane, I thought you heard what the village chief said. Please maintain a respectful distance, or you might find out that accidents happen when you least expect them.
Jack, would you believe it?
I could enter the tournament, but I need war paint.
And?
Well, I thought women always carry lots of makeup, don't you?
Sure. And men never stare at my cleavage. How cliché can you get?
Fine, I'll find another way to paint myself.
Just to save you embarrassment, I know a Comox Indian war paint pattern that might help you. Have you ever considered asking a pro? All you can do is make him look like a hooker.
For war paint, Amanda is the better choice.
Good thing you're sometimes nice to me, or you'd be in trouble. Okay, hold still. Just a little bit here and some there. Perfect. One fearsome warrior.
Wow, thanks.
Jumbo, stranger.
I want to take part in the fight.
As a foreign participant in our court system, you must pay a fee of $10 per fight.
If you insist.
Very good. Go and restore the honor of our village then. Stop! You cannot enter the arena during a fight. If you want to join the fight, come to me and pay the fee. Jumbo, stranger.
I want to take part in the fight.
Very good. Go and restore the honor of our village. Jumbo, stranger.
I want to take part in the fight.
Very good. Go and restore the honor of our village.
Greetings, Chief. I would like to register my fighter.
Good to hear. I see a lot of war paint on his body. If you pay the participation fee, you're in.
I think this will suffice for the whole tournament.
I think so too. Alright, your fighter may enter the ring and challenge the master of the arena. Whoa!
I hope you won't be offended when my fighter wins the tournament and prevents you climbing the mountain. I've heard that you want to climb the mountain. Because of the beautiful scenery, I am sure that you will have an outstanding view. Alas, the village chief will not let you pass.
Stop! You cannot enter the arena during a fight. If you want to join the fight, come to me and pay the fee.
Hey, my good friend. Look at you. You should buy some medicine from me. Jumbo, my friend.
About the tournament.
The village creditors want to impound us, but we are contesting the judgment in court.
And how does that work?
Very simple. Over there is the court, and you can see the dispute resolution for yourself. Whoever defeats all the other warriors wins.
What if someone's seriously injured?
Don't worry, we are insured.
What do you have for sale?
Whatever you need. Mountain climbing equipment, traditional medicine.
What sort of medicine do you have?
What do I have? Things work a bit differently here, my friend. The question is, what medicine do you need? Let me have a look at you. An obvious case. The fire of the rhinoceros.
What is that exactly?
Any good pharmacist can see at a glance that you are not an upright man.
This is starting to get a little too personal.
If you say so.
About that fire of the rhinoceros? Thanks. Not interested.
If you say so.
I'd like to buy a bowl.
That will be 20 shillings.
Fine, I'll take it.
Have fun with it. Jumbo again, my friend.
What do you have
What?
about that?
Any good pharmacist can...
No one's ever complained about my uprightness.
I don't just mean your equipment. I mean your whole life. You are flighty and fickle. In your condition, you should not climb Kilimanjaro or anything else.
I'm gonna have to disappoint you. Jack never has problems.
If you say so.
How about...
Yes?
I still can't
But they have such adorable button eyes.
And it takes 5 minutes per giraffe for the glue to dry.
Is that for each eye?
Cheery.
Jumbo,
About... thanks.
if you say... Jumbo. Whatever.
About...
Any good
no one's ever
I don't just mean you are flighty and fickle. In your condition...
You're pretty good at mocking people's weaknesses, aren't you?
Be upright in your life. Then your equipment will also stand straight as an arrow. And the fire of the rhinoceros will make it possible.
Look, just stop talking about such private... How much did you say it was?
150 shillings. Once ingested, it will grant you the power of the rhinoceros in every respect.
One fire of the rhinoceros, please.
Fine. Here. Oh, it's empty.
First you do an amazing sales pitch, and now this.
All right. I can still offer to sell you just a recipe. Then maybe another pharmacist can mix it for you.
How much for the recipe?
10 shillings. Just for you.
I'll take the recipe.
There you are. But you should really let a professional mix it for you. Because just one deviation from the recipe and you will feel a completely different fire within.
Yeah, okay. Don't worry. I'm not stupid enough to mix this junk myself. Good. Let's see. Prepared incorrectly, it will also show several effects, none of which would please you. Ingredients. Seeds of an overripe fig, bark of a certain tree, a few drawings are given, and leaves of a red-tip bush. Grind everything to a paste in a mortar. Side effects. None if prepared correctly. Here are a few more hints. Probably important. Open the fig and take the seeds. The figs must be overripe. Pick them up from the ground. The bark must come from one of the healthy trees. I only recognize one of the trees that are drawn here. Wait a minute. This one looks like the hollow tree, back where the car broke down. It also says, very important, the bark must be dry in order to avoid nasty side effects. The leaves are distinguished by their red tips. Let's move along. I'll cut off a piece of bark. The bark of a hollow tree for the magic potion. A little more liquid than the recipe calls for, but it ought to be all right. The same fruit as is growing on the tree. Looks like the fruit in the recipe. Let's move along. There's nothing out there but sand. I'd risk it with a car, but on foot? Oh, no, thank you. This mask is the prize in the tournament and an important symbol for these people. The heroic deeds of Agent Montgomery and his inept servant Jackie, the bestseller of 1899. I hope it isn't what I think it is. The monkeys probably recognize that I'm not a member of their troop.
Ah, what a disaster! I finally get some money together to cover up what was stolen in Hamburg. Umbati never would have noticed. And now it's been stolen again!
These leaves are full of valuable oils.
Me! And the tattooed idiot gets to enjoy himself. Why is that?
I'm
With
not
my
suicidal.
pistol, I'm a lot more
He'd
effective
shoot
than
me
he
or
is.
push me off the cliff as soon as I got close.
The only one who could possibly hold a candle to me.
Wow, what a horrible experience. Good thing I only tried a few drops. Maybe the bark was too damp. Oh, more of this devil's brew and I'd be spending the rest of the day in the privy. I can't imagine what would happen if someone drank more of it.
Hujambo, rafiki yangu. Karibu kwenye manyata ya Koa.
You'd like that. Carl loves quality. With these nails, you could nail the Queen Mary to Big Ben. The ship, I mean. Carl's reliable hammer. Even I should be able to drive nails into all sorts of things with this.
Hey! The water bucket is only for the leader of the tournament.
Sorry, my mistake. I'm sorry, Frankenstein's monster. Maybe that was hard and unfair, but he'll survive. If he doesn't manage to break out, he'll be locked up for a while.
Jumbo, stranger.
I want to take part in the fight.
Very good. Go and restore the honor of our village. A challenge has been issued. A master of the arena, Skullcracker, has 5 minutes to appear. Would Skullcracker please enter the arena? If he doesn't, he will be disqualified.
What the devil are you doing here, you dimwit? Get your behind to the arena now, I swear. If you lose this fight because of your sensitive bowels, I'll have you stuffed for my salon.
The final seconds before Jack Keane is declared the winner.
Stop the tournament! My fighter has been sabotaged. I demand justice, or the whole village will pay.
Time is up. Jack Keane wins this round through the disqualification of Skullcracker.
Unbelievable. I will not accept that. If this were my village...
The next challenger is ready. He has just returned from an educational trip to Europe. The favorite, Motombo. Such endurance. Perhaps he will be the first stranger to master our traditional martial arts skills. Jumbo, stranger.
Did you just give me a signal?
Listen, your completely arbitrary combat moves look pretty good, but they won't help you against your last opponent, Kato. He is a master of the old bush hunter's world, which is only known to the most prominent families.
You're the chief, so aren't you from a prominent family?
That is correct. I used to be a master in bush hunter fighting techniques.
So what's keeping you from teaching me the move?
Amazungu? No can do. Unless you offer our family a mighty present.
What kind of present are you thinking of?
Let's see. What about that newfangled contraption over there?
Are you talking about our Carlmobile?
Ah, Calmobile 1. More than 1 gazelle power. 10 cylinders. Acceleration from 0 to 100 mile per hour in 50 seconds?
I don't think it can go that fast. And I didn't understand any of the other things you said.
Does not matter. I like the color. Give me the car, and the bush hunter's world will be yours.
Well, that's easier said than done. But I'll see what I can do. Hey, Carl.
Hello, Jack.
Tell me, what's that old heap of junk still worth to you?
More than anything else in the world? Why?
Wouldn't it be an honor for your car to be driven by a real village chief?
He's welcome to try it out. He can hardly cause more damage than you all did.
Actually, not just try it out. Actually, he wants to keep it.
What? Are you crazy? Impossible! Why does he want it?
In exchange, he's not going to boil and eat us.
What? They do that kind of thing here?
And they'll heat the water very, very slowly.
That's awful. All right, he can have my car. But then I'm going to miss the World Fair in New York. Listen, Jack, if you don't want my career as an inventor to end here and now, you must help me understand Umbati's airship. As soon as you have done that, I will look at the airship.
So, will you give your car to the chief?
As soon as you have done that, I will look at the airship.
Never mind. Let's move along. Hey, Carl.
Oh, Jack, what do you want?
I'm sure that standing on the wing you get a better view. The flat thing moves when I stand on this mechanism. Interesting.